Remember those long summer days when the low rumble of a dependable hay baler was the soundtrack of hard work in the fields? Today, we're taking a ride through the history of the 10 most reliable American hay balers to ever grace the land. Let's dive into these iconic machines that made hay baling simpler, quicker, and a lot more reliable. Subscribe to Vintage Harvester for more tractor stories. Number 10. New Holland 273. The New Holland 273 is a legendary name in the hay baler game. Introduced in the 1970s, it quickly earned a reputation for reliability and performance. This small square baler became a staple on farms thanks to its efficient design and robust construction. Powered by the tractor's PTO, the 273 was known for its ability to consistently create dense, well-tied bales, making it a go-to choice for medium to large operations. Its durable components, including a dependable plunger and high-quality feeder system, made it capable of handling various crops with ease. The adjustable twine system provided flexibility, and routine maintenance was simple, allowing farmers to spend more time in the field and less time fixing equipment. What truly set the New Holland 273 apart was its versatility and ease of use. For decades, this machine served as the backbone of countless farms, and it continues to be highly regarded by collectors and vintage equipment enthusiasts. Number 9. The Ford 552. Let's start with one of the classics, the Ford 552, which hit the field in the mid-1970s. This machine was a game-changer for small to medium-sized operations. It combined Ford's agricultural know-how with some solid engineering, delivering a baler that could take on heavy demands while staying easy to maintain. The 552's partial shift gearboxes and user-friendly adjuster systems made it a must-have for farmers looking to get the job done efficiently without a bunch of fuss. And let's talk durability. This baler's steel chassis could take a beating. Whether it was a season full of heavy hay loads or a few bumps along the way, the 552's design held up. When it came to performance, the Ford 552 was solid. It churned out well-packed, consistent bales thanks to its superb feeder forks, which ensured the even distribution of materials. For the most part, the maintenance was a breeze. Lubricating chains, adjusting the feeder tolerance, and basic checks were all straightforward tasks that helped reduce downtime when the hay was waiting to be baled. While it eventually made way for more advanced models, the 552 became a trusted ally for many farmers. A piece of equipment that bridged the gap between old-school mechanics and the modern automated machines we have today. So, next time you see that classic Ford Blue in the field, remember, it wasn't just a baler, it was a symbol of reliability. Number 8. The Oliver 520. Released in the 1950s, the Oliver 520 stands out for a couple of key reasons. It wasn't just a machine built to get the job done. It was designed to make the process smoother and easier for farmers. This small square baler came equipped with an impressive feeding system that ensured consistent bale density without the need for constant tweaks. And the core of the 520, a no-nonsense design. Heavy-duty plunger components, simple adjusters, and sturdy sheet metal made this baler a true workhorse. Plus, Oliver made sure that even novice farmers could get the job done. Adjusting the feeder forks, replacing twine, or servicing the interior was made simple. But let's get to the good stuff. The 520's standout feature was its pickup head, designed for efficient hay gathering. Even on less than ideal field conditions, it picked up material with ease. And when it came to the actual baling process, it offered minimal hiccups. The simplicity of its design, plus its no-fuss serviceability, made it a top choice among farmers who needed to spend less time fiddling with machinery and more time in the fields. By the time Oliver merged with other brands, the 520 became more of a collector's item. But for those who still swear by it, this baler was a reminder of a simpler, more reliable time in farming. Number 7. Case Model 200. Now let's take a look at the Case Model 200, which made its debut in the early 1960s. This baler was designed with durability and ease of use in mind. Powered by the tractor's PTO, the Model 200 featured a rugged plunger and crank assembly that could handle the toughest grasses. And let's not forget the efficient feeding system. Thanks to its well-designed end-tier mechanism, the Model 200 was able to tackle multiple twine types with ease. No more worrying about supply shortages. This baler worked with whatever twine you had. In terms of speed, this baler was no slouch. The 200 could produce bales quickly, and its relatively lightweight design made it manageable for smaller tractors. Add in its easy lubrication points, accessible service panels, and the ability to adjust the bale density or pickup height, and you've got a machine that was built to make farmers' lives easier. Over the years, the Model 200 became a trusted tool in many farm operations, especially as new, more advanced balers began to emerge. But this was still the go-to choice for farms looking for solid performance without all the bells and whistles. Number 6. Heston Model 4800. In the 1970s, Heston took the haymaking game to the next level with the introduction of their big square baler concept, and the Heston Model 4800 was one of the standout machines. This wasn't your typical small square baler. The 4800 was made for farmers who wanted higher capacity baling without jumping straight into round balers. What set the 4800 apart? Well, for starters, it was capable of producing dense, rectangular bales that made stacking and transporting a breeze. Talk about a time saver. The 4800 was built for speed and smoothness. It had an advanced plunger system and feeding mechanism that reduced the risk of clogs and kept the hay moving efficiently. And when it came to twine tension, the 4800 really excelled, ensuring stronger, more secure knots on the bigger bales. But while it was more complex than earlier balers, Heston kept maintenance manageable. With parts like the stuffer mechanism, feeder assemblies, and drive chains designed for relatively easy servicing, the Model 4800 was well worth the investment. Plus, Heston's extensive dealer network meant that spare parts and help were always within reach. Number 5. International Harvester Model 45. The International Harvester Model 45, introduced in the early 1950s, made an immediate impact in the hay baling world. IH was already a trusted name in farming, and the Model 45 lived up to that reputation. Known for its consistent performance, the Model 45's gear-driven plunger ensured tight, uniformly packed bales, making them easier to handle and stack. During a time when manual labor was still a big part of farming, the Model 45's reliable tying system made it easier for farmers to get hay off the field without worrying about broken bales. The simplicity of the Model 45 was another major selling point. With a straightforward enter system, maintenance was easy. Lubricating and adjusting the system didn't require a lot of technical knowledge. And if something did go wrong, International Harvester's wide dealer network meant parts and advice were always nearby. Even though more advanced models eventually came to the market, the Model 45 still had a long life on farms across the US, proving that sometimes the most basic solutions are the best. Number 4. Allis-Chalmers Roto Baler. If you're looking for something revolutionary, look no further than the Allis-Chalmers Roto Baler, released in 1947. This was one of the first commercially successful round balers, long before round balers became the industry standard. The Roto Baler's design produced small round bales weighing 50 to 75 pounds, which made them easy for one person to handle. But the real innovation here was the automatic twine wrapping system, which saved labor compared to manually tying and stacking square bales. The roto-baler's clever belt and roller system gradually rolled the hay into compact, tightly bound cylinders, and the built-in timer mechanism made the process even more efficient. But as revolutionary as it was, the roto-baler wasn't without its challenges. Operators had to master the timing and know when to stop the tractor to allow the bale to tie and discharge. That learning curve led some farmers to prefer the more continuous operation of square balers. But for those who could adapt, the roto-baler was a game changer. Even today, collectors restore these vibrant orange machines, celebrating their place in the evolution of haymaking equipment. Number 3. New Holland Super 77. New Holland's Super 77 was a major step forward in the 1950s. It wasn't just a square baler. It was an all-around workhorse that combined a reliable feeding system with a superb knotting mechanism. Many farmers who used the Super 77 recall how it could handle a variety of crops without frequent jams or clogs. The twine tying system was smooth, efficient, and reliable, making sure each bale was secure. And maintenance? It was straightforward. The pickup reel, feeder forks, and plunger were easily accessible, and lubrication points were clearly marked. New Holland's strong dealer network also played a key role in the Super 77's success. Parts and service were always within reach, meaning farmers could keep their equipment in top shape without wasting valuable time searching for parts. Even as newer models came along, the Super 77 remained a favorite for those who valued durability and simplicity. Its iconic yellow and red design continues to remind collectors and enthusiasts of a time when hay balers were built to last. Number 2. John Deere 14T.
Guys, here's a 14T John Deere. This thing runs like a pickle seeder. It's a string tie baler.
Released in 1957, the John Deere 14T was an immediate favorite among farmers for its blend of reliability, ease of use, and solid performance. The 14T was a small square baler capable of producing neatly tied, well-packed bales that were easy to handle and stack. Its auger and feeder fork feeding system helped reduce clogging, which made for a smoother operation, especially in fields with uneven conditions. The 14T's twine tensioning system was also well designed, reducing the chances of broken bales. One of the major selling points of the 14T was its ease of maintenance. With a design that allowed easy access to key parts, farmers could perform routine maintenance like greasing the plunger bearings or checking the intercam without much hassle. With John Deere's extensive dealer network, parts and professional service were never far away, making the 14T an easy choice for farmers who didn't want downtime to get in the way of their harvest. Number 1. John Deere 24T. If the 14T was good, the John Deere 24T was even better. Introduced around 1960, the 24T built upon the successes of its predecessor and became one of the most reliable small square balers of its time. With an improved feeding system and sturdier frame, the 24T was capable of producing denser bales with fewer missed ties, which meant less downtime for the farmers who relied on it. It featured a feed fork system that smoothly fed hay into the bale chamber, which kept the bales dense and uniform. With better twine tension controls and more robust gears, the 24T could handle heavier workloads without the slipping that plagued older models. Maintenance was easy, and thanks to John Deere's solid support network, farmers could keep their machines running smoothly throughout the season. Over time, the 24T became a common sight in fields across the country, cementing its place as one of the most iconic hay balers in history. There you have it, our rundown of the 10 most reliable American hay balers in history. These machines weren't just tools. They were the backbone of American farms, working tirelessly through the seasons to help feed a nation. Do you have any memories of these balers? Or maybe you're still using one on your farm today. Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this journey through farming history, make sure to subscribe to Vintage Harvester for more marvelous machinery that shaped the American agricultural landscape.